What's today's date?
Today's date is July 16th, 2018.
Who do we have here? Please speak your names.
Dick Molden.
Gwen Molden.
So where did you guys meet? Tell us the story.
Tell us the story of how you met.
All right. Do you want me to start?
Yeah.
I was invited to a fraternity party by someone I didn't know, but the person that invited me I went to school with, and he said, I have a fraternity brother who needs a date. Are you free? And I said, yes, I'll come. So they picked me up, and we went to the fraternity house, and I walked into the fraternity house, and there were some stairs to a balcony, and I looked up on the balcony, and I saw Dick, and I said, that's the man I'm going to marry.
That's me.
What was it about Pop Pop, Gigi?
He was tall and good looking and blonde, and I just, all the nice things I liked about somebody.
That's me.
And Pop Pop, when did you fall in love with Gigi?
Well, prior to that, I heard about that. We went to high school together, but I never met her. And I heard about this girl, Gwen Jassy, was a pretty hot number, but I never met her until that night at the fraternity house. And I believe I asked her that night for a date, and I never went out with anybody else again.
Aww.
Nice. Other than the fraternity party, do you guys remember like your first real date by yourselves?
Well, the first real date, I guess, was at a place that we frequented called the Walnut Inn. And Gwen was a great date because she'd only have one beer all night long, and the beer was only 10 cents. But we met in the alley leading to this Walnut Inn, and that's where we got engaged. I didn't have enough money to buy a ring, so I gave her my fraternity pin.
Oh, nice.
Aww. How did you ask her to marry you?
Would you marry me?
Nothing romantic.
Yeah.
At the Walnut Inn, though. That's romantic.
How long did you guys date before you got engaged?
Well, we dated. It was winter that I went to that fraternity party, and we got married the following September.
Wow.
So we were only engaged for about 6 months.
But we were supposed to be married in November, but Dick came home and said if he gets married before school starts, he's going to get an added amount from the VA.
That's me.
So we decided to get married in September instead of November.
How many people did you have at your wedding?
Yeah, what was your wedding like? What was your, like, what's one of the stories you remember about your wedding?
My Aunt Nellie came and sewed all the buttons on the back of my dress. That's the only thing I remember. And it was a small wedding because it was a Monday evening because Pop Pop couldn't, and I'm talking about Pop Pop Molden, couldn't close the shop on a Saturday to come get married on a Saturday.
Oh,
What kind of shop? What kind of shop did you have? A pretzel shop?
No, hairdressing salon.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he and my brother worked there, so we had to have our wedding on Monday night at 7 o'clock in the evening. And that's a story. We had all my fraternity brothers there, plus some other friends. And we had the reception at Gwen's mother's apartment. Now, Gwen's mother was a teetotaler, and she said absolutely no booze at the wedding. Well, I said, if my fraternity brothers come. We're gonna have booze.
Yeah.
So I brought some in that afternoon, and I don't think she had anything to drink at the reception itself, but we were having such a good time. We were going to New York on our honeymoon, and we didn't leave the reception until about midnight. And Gwen's mother decided she'd go down to 30th Street Station with us to see us off. And the first thing, and a bunch of the fraternity brothers came along. And the first thing she did was invite everybody into the bar for a drink.
Nice.
That's great.
And tell us the story about the honeymoon again. When you went up to, where was it, New York?
Well, we went up to New York, and we had a reservation at the Pennsylvania Hotel. And at the time, hotel reservations were virtually impossible to get. So anyway, when we got up there, they had given our room away, but they finally got us another room way up on 86th Street at the Bretton Hall Hotel, and so we went in there, and it was a suite. And the next morning there was a knock on the door, and I'm a heavy sleeper. I slept through it. Gwen got up and all she had was a sheer black nightgown on. And the plumbers said, there's a leak on your side of the building. And they were there for our entire honeymoon. Romantic. But anyway, another story is what happened. The room at the Presidential Hotel was actually available. But a friend of my brother's, who was a practical joker, thought it would be funny to go in and decorate the place. And they thought that he wanted the room for the night. Well, anyway, we finally got settled, and I'll never forget we went to Radio City Music Hall. And if you've ever been to Radio City Music Hall, you'll realize how cavernous the lobby is. Very high ceilings. And when we went back to the hotel to get the original hotel that they told us there was a package for us. So we picked up the package and we carried it up to Radio City Music Hall, and we're sitting in the lobby, and I made the mistake of opening the package. Well, the first thing that came out of the package was a helium-filled condom, and it went all the way up to the ceiling, and people are looking. There was a condom in a wreath of Kotex and a big jar of Vaseline. Well, I decided I'd get rid of the rest of the package and dumped it into a wastebasket. And all of a sudden, this big jar of Vaseline hits a clunk in the waste paper basket, and everybody turns around and looks. Life's most embarrassing moment.
That's hilarious.
That's funny.
But then we went up one night. George Michel, who was the president of our fraternity, his sister was getting married, and his family owned a restaurant in Brooklyn, and she was getting married. This was quite an affair, so we were invited to the reception, and it was really quite nice. And it was a good thing because we went to New York with $100. Can you imagine trying to do that today?
Wow. You're sleeping on the street?
And we stayed for a week.
Wow.
Wow.
We were quite poor.
But rich
Well,
and
the
love, right?
$100 was a gift from my father
Okay.
because we didn't have any money.
Wow.
I was getting $21 a week from the government.
Wow.
Did you guys always know you wanted 2 kids?
Do we?
No, but we had a girl and then we had a boy, and we only had 2 bedrooms, so we thought, well,
All right.
girl and
We're
boy.
good. We're set.
Yep.
Would you guys have any advice that you'd give married couples for how to keep a long, happy marriage?
Well, probably in 10 situations, ignore one another.
No, things today are so different from when we got married. When we got married, we definitely couldn't live with each other. I mean, that was
Yeah.
Real no-no.
Yeah.
And when we dated, I had to be home by 12 o'clock at night,
Wow.
so there was no hanky-panky anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Watch the little one.
no, the other one.
The other one?
See,
I thought she was about to pull that lamp over.
Oh. Okay. All right. Anything else you want to add?
well, I'm telling you, it's been, we're in our 71st year now of marriage. And believe me, there's no one in the world that I love more than my wife.
That's so sweet.
And it all stems back to that chance meeting at the fraternity house. I'll forever be thankful for that moment.
That's very sweet.
Aw.
That's so beautiful.
All right.
Gives me the vapors.
Can you give us a kiss for the camera?
Yeah. What's that?
A kiss for the camera. Kiss each other. No. Kiss your wife.
I kiss you. I know this is getting in the way. We used to do like this and give her a tongue.
All right.
Guys.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for this golden opportunity. When can we expect to see the previews?
Not sure.